Greetings to you all. My name is Pacific Idadukunda and welcome to my blog about the news validity and credibility. In my last blog, I talked about and the news bias and the meaning of the news is meant to inform the public know what is happening around the world. But if you are biased, you are not going to be informed. Or if the news is not credible, we are going to get information which is toxic. So using the credibility and validity, analyze three news stories. Let's start with the first. It is the vicious assault shakes Texas town. This is a story written by the New York Times. So this story is about a gang rape of a schoolgirl in a small town of Cleveland. So first of all, this news is independent. It has no self-interest, or the author was not self-interested of the end of the story, which is a positive thing about the news. And then the story cites multiple sources. The news to be credible, it must cite different sources, not based on one source. So in this story, the author cited the police, the relatives of the victims, the among others. So the sources are both named and unnamed. This is not totally good, but it is good that some sources are named because of the nature of the story. It was somehow not possible to get the names of all the sources, but the news have to be named. So in this case, named. So the sources were asserting, which is not a good thing because they were only suspects, not clear evidence were put forward. And also the sources were both informed and uninformed. Some people were basing on their own opinions, most of them, but others were informed because there was an evidence covered, which is the video. And also, on my own opinion, this is news because it was not biased. It was not supporting one story. It has multiple sources, and even some of the sources were evidence. So let's go to the second. Let's go to the second news story. So this is a story by Apple. It has the title Apple announces iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus, the best advancement in iPhone history. So this story, first of all, was published by Apple Incorporated, which means it has self-interest because the company produced its own story. Also, it has one source, who is Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple. It asserts about the market because it is assuming the general market. This is where they talk about it is the best smartphone in the world, but there was no clear research about it. And this is because, and also one source they cited, Tim Cook, is uninformed about the total market because he might be informed about his own product, but he's not informed about the whole market. The sources are named, and in my own view, this is an op-ed, not the news, because according to Elena Tapia from Balance Small Business, an op-ed is meant to garner positive publicity for the company. In this case, the same about this story. This is not news. This is an op-ed. So let's go to the third news story. It has the title Boston bombing suspect dead. Massive manhunt for second White House suspect. It was published by the CBS News. According to me, the author and the publisher are independent because they are nowhere linked to the killing of these people and have no interest in the outcome of the news. It cites multiple sources, so they are informed because the author cited the police, the correspondent journalist on the ground, the DA, the eyewitnesses, among others. So the news is also verifies, it verifies the evidence on the based on the ground correspondent, the crime scene report, the named sources. Also, the sources are named, which is something credible about this news. So, according to me, this is the news story. It cites multiple sources who are informed and who are also named. It has a correspondent on the ground, and in summary, it meets all the criteria of a good news story, which is being independent, cite multiple sources, cite informed sources, verify the, the opinions are verified or has some fact, and also the listening to my vlog about news credibility and validity, and I hope you've gained a lot of information about this topic. Thank you.